Right, this was the spot we were in. Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Elite Redux, our Elite playthrough. This is part number 9. In the last episode, we started making our way to Peeko. I feel so trapped starting off an episode here, it's crazy. Last episode, we did do a little bit of team rebuilding after defeating Roxanne. We got ourselves a bunch of Pokemon that we kind of slapped together, but honestly, it worked. It worked out very well. Popcorn was kind of the legendary Pokemon of last episode. It was incredible. Our grass fire type little popcorn bucket. Adamant Nature, just here to just Bullet Seed and popping Mayhem things, and Dual Wing Beat actually we used a lot as well. But this was kind of our star of the show. And one thing that was pointed out in between episodes that I think is incredibly important and honestly gets me very excited is apparently if I de-evolve my Espeon and I evolve it into a different eeveelution, I can learn the moves of that eeveelution and keep the moves that Espeon would have. So for example, a Jolteon with Psychic that Espeon can learn. So we're starting things off today by trying that. I'm de-evolving my Espeon into an Eevee. It's weird that it has the evolution screen for this. Honestly, this is a very rare sight, so I'm going to let it play out. This is kind of interesting in its own way. My Espeon is evolving into its true form, its true potential of Eevee. And we'll see if Eevee has kept all of its moves. Now, I still want to use Espeon. I won't lie. Its abilities were very good. But this does give me an excuse to go ahead and check out all of the other eeveelutions. And it gives me an excuse to get just incredibly good moves on my Espeon. Adaptability. So you have Hidden Power Fire, which if we change to a Flareon, for example, we could get Flamethrower on our Espeon, right? Which is crazy to me, but I mean, I'm excited. Quick Attack, Psyshock, Psychic. So I'm probably going to keep just Psyshock, I think, so we have a way of hitting things on the physical side. And then we're going to get a bunch of coverage from our other eeveelutions. First and foremost, I'm going to Sylveon because I want Moonblast. I think Moonblast is going to be very, very nice to have for coverage. Usually on my Espeon, I would run Dazzling Gleam. Although, admittedly, that's because it can normally learn Dazzling Gleam with not a lot of other options. So it'll be interesting to see what we actually fully decide on at the end. But for now, let's get ourselves our Eevee into a Sylveon, and let's go through this process of learning what moves we can slap onto our eeveelutions. Because we can have multiple eeveelutions on our team, right? We are not stuck with just one. We do have another Eevee that I did go ahead and grab, so let's see. Ooh, Dragon Slayer. Deals 1.5 times damage to dragons, takes 0.5 times damage from dragons. So if the opponent has dragon as a typing, I just take half damage. Because obviously dragon type moves we're immune to, right? So it's not takes half damage from dragon type moves. That's very interesting, and potentially a very good counter if there's ever any, you know, Mega Rayquaza shenanigans, for example. Just something to keep in mind. Pixelate is always good, although slightly nerfed of all things, actually. It's a 1.1 times power boost, whereas I think it's like 1.3 times power boost usually, if you have a Choice Specs Hyper Voice Sylveon. With Serene Grace, Misty Surge, or Fairy Aura. Fairy Aura is very strong. But honestly, Espeon's abilities seem way better than that, to be honest. But the most important thing that we're doing right here is we are going to special moves, and we're clicking Moonblast. Yep, Moonblast is there. That is very good. Draining Kiss is also an option. Unironically, that is also an option. That could be very strong, especially if we put Soul Heart as our ability on our Espeon. It just starts smacking through things one at a time, and we just keep healing back to full. I'm gonna run Draining Kiss, actually. I think that's what I'm doing. I'm running Draining Kiss. I mean, probably over Quick Attack, right? Probably over Quick Attack. Moonblast, definitely stronger. But Draining Kiss interests me. It does. It interests me. Also gets Lovely Bite. Okay, I don't think we want anything else. We probably just go check the next eeveelution. I'm thinking maybe we go to Glaceon for Ice Beam? This feels illegal, by the way. Alright, we have our Glaceon. Ooh, Ice Scales. Also, moves inflict Frostbite 5 times as often. So if we have a 20% chance to inflict Frostbite, guaranteed. Ice Body is fine, Whiteout grants moves a 1.5 times power boost to Ice-type moves under Hail. That's very good. Also gets Slush Rush at level 24, so it would move faster in Hail. So a good Hail Pokemon. Frozen Soul at full HP gives +1 priority to this Pokemon's Ice-type moves. That's very good. That's really good. Ice Scales is also really good, to be fair. All of these are very good. This feels more on par with Espeon's level of strength, honestly. But we're not keeping it as this. We just are taking a brief look to have a little bit of a look-see, and we are going to be giving it Ice Beam. Is there any reason we would want to go with a different move? Powder Snow is base 80. Powder Snow is base 80. That's pretty dang high, actually. With a 30% chance to Frostbite, that might have more value than Ice Beam. I don't know. Although with Sage Power giving us that 50% power boost, we probably want as much power as possible. Aurora Beam for the guaranteed attack drop is also very nice. Icy Wind for the guaranteed speed drop is nice. There is utility here. There is some utility that we could put on our Pokemon here. We could have Espeon with either of these. We might even decide on a different eeveelution by the end of this. We'll see. For now, I'm going to go with Ice Beam. I'm just going to go with my gut reaction. We're going to take Ice Beam over Psychic. And let's go ahead and grab... I was going to say Flamethrower. But now I'm not sure. Let's just keep cycling. I'll keep cycling through. We'll see. Flamethrower is what I have in mind, but I'm not locked in on it yet. All right, so I've gone to Flareon just to see. Flaming Soul gives plus priority to the Pokemon's Fire-type moves. Yep, nice. That is good. Flash Fire, Quick Feet. Makes sense. Rivalry is the last ability is weird, but sure. Reckless or Guts. You know, Guts, Quick Feet, good combo. Just always a good combo. I could see that being very strong. But most importantly, instead of Hidden Power Fire, we can go ahead... Wait, Flame Burst. Has that changed? Also hits foe's ally for 1/4 damage, +1 priority. Interesting. Flame Burst gets priority. Okay. Definitely something to consider, at least. Yeah, we want special moves. Flamethrower is obviously what I'm thinking. Heat Wave is also a good choice. A little bit low on accuracy, though, which could cost us the match. You never know. Energy Wave, and yeah, not too much difference here. Flamethrower instead of Hidden Power Fire just makes sense. Let's look at the others. If they're all boring, we probably cut to actual battles here. If they're interesting, then, well, we'll see. I can't imagine this is going to be boring, though. Jolteon, Electric Burst, Short Circuit, Lightning Rod. Those all make sense. Also, you could have Electric Train on entry, or Speed Boost, which we saw in the one that we fought against. All good abilities, but nothing too crazy. In terms of moves, I don't imagine there's too much that's too crazy here. Flash, Thunder, Thunderbolt. Charge Beam could be very strong with Soul Heart as well. If you were to combine the two, that could be very, very strong. Volt Switch also could be a very useful thing to have on an Espeon. Volt Switch actually tempts me more than any of these other things. Being able to come in and Choice Scarf Volt Switch with Sage Power with the 50% boost. There's some strength there, actually. There's some real strength there. Would I be willing to get rid of any of these other moves for it, though? I definitely want Draining Kiss. Although, if we're going to be fighting a fighting-type gym next, maybe I don't need Draining Kiss. But Draining Kiss lets us hit Dark types, right? That's the main thing for it. It lets us hit Dark types, which we otherwise really aren't going to be hitting very well. Do I care about Flamethrower on this Pokemon if we have Popcorn? I believe in Popcorn. I'm going to get rid of Flamethrower for Volt Switch. We're running Volt Switch. Yeah. And I'm going to make this go back to an Espeon now because I've spent enough time looking through this. We are on Sage Power, so it's either kept my ability setting as is, or it is just that as the first one. Either way, I feel like we are good to go ahead and continue. I'm actually going to try and avoid this trainer for now. Oh. Well. Oops. I avoid one trainer and immediately go into another. Classic. This is a fine matchup. Jumpluff can't hit us with flying type moves, actually, so we're fine. has Sleep Powder, Tailwind, Acrobatics, Fluttering Leaf. It does outspeed us, obviously, but I mean, it can't Sleep Powder us. It can set up a Tailwind, sure, but I imagine it's just going to swap out, and I'm just going to go for a Popping Mayhem. And we're just going to see how much damage that we can get off. I should have checked if Dual Wing Beat would be a KO, actually. Jump Off got an attack boost from that. Interesting. We definitely are fine to just Popping Mayhem in that case. The speed fall is unfortunate. That is a shame. Especially if that's going to tick on every single one. Yeah, it's going to tick on every single one. So even if we get our Unburden boost right now, our speed is going to go back to what it was before, which is not fast. 69 damage, though. Nice. Only 3 Pokemon, so I'm not particularly afraid. Water Veil on the Azumarill. I imagine this Azumarill outspeeds us. 108 speed. Excuse me? Huh? Tailwind. Right. Yeah, okay. I got there in the end. Has huge power, obviously, because, you know, they have all 4 of their abilities at the moment. And Strength will, in fact, KO us in 1 hit. So I'm expecting it to go for a Strength right here. If we're expecting it to go for Strength, we go into not a whole lot, actually. Yeah, we don't really have much that takes a Strength from this very well. That's actually really bad for us. That is a shame. That is a shame. Ultimately, we're probably letting something go. And if we're letting something go, I'm going to let Wingull go, because Wingull's not doing a whole lot in the rest of this fight. I didn't check the other Pokemon, but I can't imagine Wingull's doing too much for us in this fight. I am giving an Azumarill with a Tailwind up the Rain, which might be a terrible idea, but my mindset was I'm going to go to Ludicolo after this and just hit it with a big fat Absorb or Mega Drain or something. Maybe I could have done this smart. It is Rotom Frost last. Okay. Well, this thing's going to outspeed us. That's fine. We're letting Wingull go. I would love to get a Tailwind off if it decides to go for, like, a Belly Drum or something. It did not, though. 209 damage from the Azumarill. Just a little bit. Just a little bit of damage from Azumarill. It's all good. All good. We just go to Ludicolo, and we should be fine here, I think. We go for... Well, let's check. Let's check. We go for our good old Mega Drain, I imagine. Sap Sipper. Ooh. Strength is a guaranteed OHKO? Play Rough is a guarantee. I guess I have no defense, actually, now that I think about it, because we're not an Eeveelite Pokemon anymore, and I'm, like, HP and defense. Yeah, I guess I'm just surfing. Withdrew Azumarill. When it had a guaranteed OHKO with Play Rough? They lose their Tailwind, which is honestly the only thing we were waiting for. Basically, now we're completely fine and the rest of my team can deal with it. But they withdrew? Oh, because they're choiced. Because they were choiced into Liquidation and I quad resist it. I'm not paying enough attention. I am so distracted by the Eevee thing being so cool. All I'm thinking about is like, should I go and see what Umbreon could learn? Do we want to run Dark Pulse? What if we check Leafeon? I mean, maybe we could get like something going with like an Energy Ball or something for coverage if there's any water types. But that's all I'm thinking. I'm just thinking about Espeon getting more moves. I'm sorry. I'm a simple man. I've learned a cool new thing today. Bounce. Okay. I'm not letting that happen. That would be rude. I'm not letting a bounce happen. I'm sorry. I can't let it happen. It just... Nope. Nope. You're not bouncing. That did so much damage, though. That did actually so much damage for a resisted hit. I mean, it's a huge power choice banded Azumarill. I should expect that much damage. I should, but still, that's a lot of damage. We just go for a big fat wild charge. We obviously outspeed Azumarill. Not the fastest. And goodbye, Azumarill. Okay. Not the fight I was planning to run into, but it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, I want to do a bunch of battles anyway because I want battle points so that we can grab a bunch of Pokemon as we go forwards. But I was going to skip some trainers and try and run to Peeko. Yeah, I guess we just run into you. Fine. We'll rock you hard. Okay. Show me your rock types. Sand Slash. That's not a rock type, but okay. Close enough, right? Let's roll so it gets the defense boost. Something to consider. Sets up the sand. Okay. So if we did want to, we could go to Wingull to immediately get rid of the sand, which is probably a good idea. How much does a Bullet Seed do? 2% chance to 6-hit KO, so there's no point in going for a Bullet Seed with it having the defense up. It also has Poison Jab, which is a 2-hit KO. Which would mean if we got lucky with Bullet Seeds... I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't click Bullet Seed. My brain wants to click Bullet Seed. It does. It really wants to click Bullet Seed. I have a problem. Yeah, as it has Stealth Rock and Sword Stance, I am just going to go to Wingull. We're going to get rid of its sand. It doesn't have any rock type coverage. We are going to take a Poison Jab on Wingull, which honestly might take us down to 1 HP, poison us, and then get rid of our Sash. But at least we'll have the rain up so that Ludicolo can just start bubble beaming or surfing through the team. Are we going to get poisoned? Did I call it? Did I call it? Okay, no poison. That's fine. That's fine. That's good at the end of the day. We click Surfer, and we just get a bunch of damage off. We might actually Oko it. We do Oko it. Nice. I imagine something with priority is going to come in and revenge kill, so maybe it would have been worth to set up the Tailwind for Ludicolo, but as long as Ludicolo has the rain, that's the important thing, right? We don't need to worry about doubling up. Pack turn comes in. Are you going to Sucker Punch me? We get our Rain Dish HP. Surely we live a hit on Wingull now. It's such a tanky Pokemon. You surely have something, right? Speed Boost in Sandstorm. Nope, you're not getting that. Rough Skin, Nocturnal, Dark Pulse, Mega Drain. You have no priority. I could keep Wingull alive by going for Take Flight here. Do I care enough to? Is the question. I don't think I care enough to. I'm just gonna go for the Ice Beam in case we get the Frostbite or whatever. I'm not gonna worry about keeping Wingull alive. I definitely could, right? I definitely could. I could have went for Take Flight. Unless it does Contact, and then I might have died to Iron Barbs. I actually don't know if it does Contact or not. It's a new move. I don't know. It's a special attack, though, so we'll see at some point. But for now, we can just go ahead and bring in not Wingull, Swellow, and Revenge Kill, and we will be absolutely A-okay. So we'll just do that. Hopefully the rain is still up, or... Well, I guess we'll have Tailwind up for a few turns as well. Hopefully we still have the rain up for when Ludicolo eventually comes in to deal with the rest of the Pokemon in the back, but if not, it's still fine. One of them was a Drillbur, and I've already forgotten the other one, so I'm not too afraid of this game. I am afraid of the Grunt in the tunnel. Because I imagine that's the next fight where there's going to be something going on. What was Violent Rush? Was that like the first turn it comes out, it gets extra stats or something? Boost speed by 50% and attack by 20% on the first turn. Yeah, okay. Still doesn't outspeed me, though. So, it's not going to be outspeeding me with anything. A Rock Slide will obviously finish me from here because my thing did get broken. My Sash got broken. I'm still just going to go for a Floaty Fall. Has a flinch chance. Oh my god, it doesn't need it. Okay, alright, well. Goodbye, Drillbur. You are, in fact, destroyed by the Swallow. I'm curious about Staraptor. Staraptor's a very good bird by default. I'm curious if it's absolutely nuts in this game. Guess we'll find out at some point. We get the flinch on the Doug Trio. This poor thing. No Sucker Punch. Probably went for a Rock-type move, but that is it for Doug Trio. Nice. And does that mean we now have a clear path to get into spooky territory, which would be the next mandatory battle? Hello, Mr. Briny. Oh, what am I to do? We were on our walk, Peeko and I, when we were jumped by an odd thug. A scoundrel made off with my darling Peeko. Oh, Peeko. I have Peeko. This is Peeko. This is actually Peeko. This is the strongest Wingull I've ever used, so this may as well be Peeko. I actually don't think Peeko's that strong now that I think about it. Do we have any items hidden over here? I don't know why I said here like that, but here. No hidden items, no secret battle points. I keep looking for them now ever since I picked up like 5. Oh, none there either. We should look at what Pokemon we can get on these routes, actually. Hello, Larvitar. Hello, Larvitar. Fog is deep. I did read the description of Fog from the comments, and you know, I'll go over it right now. So the big takeaways that I have learned from looking at the Fog weather condition is that Psychic and Ghost-type Pokemon take 20% less damage. Positive stat changes are reset by 1 at the end of every turn for Pokemon that are not a Psychic or Ghost-type. So if you set up, a Calm Mind on a Mismagius or something, that's going to be fine. That's going to stay at the end of the turn. If you set up a Dragon Dance on a Dragonite, it's going to lose that attack and speed that it boosted at the end of the turn, so it basically didn't get a turn. Which is interesting and definitely the scariest part of the weather condition, in my opinion. And then it also benefits from the Smoke Wall as if it was a Heat Rock or Damp Rock or, the other weather conditions, just to extend the turns out. Those are the big takeaways that I've learned about Fog. There's a couple of other little things, but I will probably forget them until it actually happens to me, so we'll have to see them in battle for me to really, lock those into my brain. I'll probably forget other parts as we go through as well, but just because it's a new weather condition. But for now, let's go ahead and have a look at what kind of encounters we have inside of Whismur Tunnel. Whismur, wow. Shocker, who could have thought? Wow, you got me there, I never expected that one. Noibat, but the dragon version. I'll take it. Yeah, sure, okay. Rhyhorn. If it had Sturdy, I would actually pick it up, but as it doesn't, I don't see myself using it. Drillbur, Ground Steel could be good. I will grab that. Chingling. Surely we don't need to grab that. I'm not grabbing it. I'm not. Teddy Ursa, that I could see being good, especially if Ursaluna's in the game. Larvitar, I'm obviously grabbing. Rock'n'Roller, I don't think I care about. Roly-Coly, I don't think I care about. Munna, I don't care about. Rockruff, I like Rockruff. I'll grab a Rockruff. And Nosepass. I'm good with those. I know I'm ignoring a lot of rock types here that might be useful at certain places, but I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's go ahead and see what this Grunt has for us. This is the next, mandatory battle for us to progress. So I imagine this is gonna be a 6v6, and I imagine there's gonna be a reasonably difficult fight. I'm curious if Popcorn can destroy him. But let's see. Kill all it all. The hostage Pokemon turned out to be worthless. Why is there an area up there? Hey dude, can you move aside? Can we postpone the battle? I want to go up there. I want to go up east. And to think I made a getaway in this tunnel to nowhere. Hey you, so you want to battle me? Yeah, I do, but can it wait? I want to go up above. I'm very curious what's up there. It's like there's a new area. That's 6 Pokemon. Dracloak first. Okay. All right. In the fog, so ghost types are boosted. What do you have? You have a Focus Sash, first and foremost. You have a Focus Sash. Speed Boost, Levitate, Infiltrator, and Ectoplasm. Ups highest attacking stat by 1.5 times in Fog, which is up. Dragon Claw, Shadow Claw, Lunge, and U-Turn. None of that Okos me, actually. None of it Okos me. I don't know if it's taking into effect the Fog boost. I imagine it is. There's also a U-turn, so it could U-turn out. You never know. I imagine I don't hit very hard, though. Yeah, we don't hit super hard. Dual Wing Beat is our best chance, and that's a guaranteed not to hit KO. Do we outspeed if we get an Unburden boost? We do. Interesting. Okay. Is it worth going for a Popping Mayhem to try and burn it on the first turn and then Dual Wing Beat? Probably not, because then I might not get taken into Unburden boost range. We could also swap, but honestly, I think I'm just going to let Popcorn do what it wants. We should look at the rest of the team, though. Dracloak, Carvana, Clodsire, Muck, Masquerain, and Kingler. This is a fight where Ludicolo and Luxio do a lot. Honestly, Espeon can also do a lot. Even in the fog, there is a Clodsire and a Muck. Both, weak to Psychic. We don't really have ground coverage. Well, we do. We have Secret Power Ground on Luxio. Luxio can do a lot of damage to that team. I actually hate the fact that we have Wingull for once, because I don't want to give them Rain, as they have free Pokemon that benefit from it. So we're going to be cautious about Wingull, but I'm fine with just going for a dual Wing Beat here. We will get taken into our Unburden range. That is a decent amount of damage. That's good. That's good. I like that. So we will now get our dual wing beat off. And we can do another one immediately after. That is fine. We should now outspeed, and we should get rid of Drakloak, which is honestly one of the scarier Pokemon on that team. It is, Oh, I did forget about speed boost. Do we outspeed? 112? 109. Okay, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. Absolutely calculated, of course. I didn't just forget about speed boost like that. This was calculated, guys. Calculated. Look at Popcorn go. I believe in Popcorn. Always. Calculated. I'm definitely not someone that just has blind luck going through things. Muck comes out. Okay, Muck, what do you have? You have an Assault Vest. Good to know, actually. Good to know. Self-sufficient. Yep. Takes half damage from contact moves, but water moves hurt it 2 times more. Oh, okay. All right. Steel types take super effective from poison. Ooh, that's, yeah, that ability is much better than it is as a normal ability. Isn't the normal ability just that you can poison steel types? But you don't do super effective damage with poison moves on them, do you? I don't think you do. I don't know. The only Pokemon I remember that gets it is Salazzle, which is part fire anyway, so it doesn't benefit from it, really. It's weird. Okay. You have Shadow Sneak, but that doesn't KO me. Yeah, it's a 3-hit KO. That's baby damage. You are probably going for a Gunk Shot, though. Which could miss. It could miss. But I think we just go for our good old Popping Mayhem, and we see if we can get a burn. There's a decent chance, depending on how many hits we land, of course. But let's see if we can get a burn. 3. We get 4? We cannot get 4. We get 3. Okay. All right. That's fine. It lands the Gunk Shot. We go down. That's okay. I'm curious if Espeon KOs from here. We have Psy Shock, so we probably do. So I think I bring in Espeon here. Although it also takes half damage from, or takes double damage from water type moves, which makes me tempted to use Wingull here, but I don't want to set up the Rain. I actually don't want Rain. Rain, I think, is terrible right now. You can be self-sufficient. This is also just after we lost a Pokemon, so this should just do a ton of damage. The only thing that I'm concerned about is them swapping to Carvanha. Sadly, Volt Switch isn't a KO. If Volt Switch was a KO, I would be going for that instead. It's probably going to Shadow Sneak me, actually, because it has Shadow Sneak. It's going to Shadow Sneak me. I'm Psy-Shocking. What? Oh, okay. I thought for sure it was going to Shadow Sneak me to get some damage off, but no. Okay. All right. Interesting. I guess if we set up the Rain, there's not the Fog to worry about. So there is that. Carvanha comes out. Yeah, and we're locked in, unfortunately, because we chose Sage Power. This would be a nice time to not have Sage Power. Admittedly, I put Volt Switch on this thing when we're Choice Scarfed, which is fine, but, I mean, it would be nice if we didn't have that right now. Hyper-aggressive, Strong Jaw, Rough Skin, Predator. You have Aqua Jet. You have Wave Crash. Yeah, we're definitely swapping. The question is, what are we swapping to? Probably Ludicolo? Or do we set it in? Or we could send in Wingull, let Wingull die so that Ludicolo has the speed. But then we're giving the rest of the team Rain when he has a Kingler and a Masquerain. It's probably a Crunch this turn as well. It's probably a Crunch this turn as well. Do you have Speed Boost? I already forgot. You probably have Speed Boost, right? You don't have Speed Boost. Okay, I didn't just forget it. It doesn't have Speed Boost. I'm going to send in Wingull. I'm going to let Wingull die. And I'm going to let Ludicolo come in with the Speed Boost and Mega Drain. And I'm going to let Ludicolo deal with it. I am basically sacrificing Wingull, but I mean, this was going to happen at some point during the fight anyway. It's just here to set up Rain. It could be a lot better, admittedly. When it's a Pelipper, I'm sure it'll be more useful. Right? Maybe, I don't know. At the moment, it really is just here as a Rain setter when the opponent has Pokemon that benefit from it, so it's not great. But either way, we can bring in Ludicolo. Ludicolo can go for a big fat Mega Drain. And let's see how much damage Ludicolo can do to the rest of their team, honestly. This surely KOs. Yep, good. Carvanha, not known for its defense. In fact, the opposite. Goodbye, Carvanha. I do like the fact that the Grunts have Carvanhas, though. I do. That I appreciate. I do appreciate that. Kingler comes in during the rain. You have Swift Swim then, right? Water Gem boosted. Hydrate, normal type moves become water type moves. Shell Armor, Hyper Cutter, Technician. Oh, you have Guillotine. No normal moves, despite having that ability. Okay. Well, you're going for Guillotine. Right, that's happening. However, I do outspeed you. Mega Drain is not an Oko, sadly. It's still a lot of damage, and this is the only other Pokemon I want, Ludicolo 4. Like, it would be nice against Clodsire, but also Espeon can deal with Clodsire. Especially now that we don't have the Fog Up, I imagine Psyshock just kills it. So just getting a bunch of damage off on Kingler seems like a win. It could always miss as well. Oh, okay, alright. Case in point, it could always just miss. I was gonna say, we were still fine to just go and Revenge Kill it with like an Espeon Volt Switch or something if we really wanted to. Which I probably would have done. Or went to Luxio, either or. But yeah, that works too. Masquerain? Clodsire comes in next. That was a Zigzagoon cry. I got one, guys. I got one. I know a cry. Look at me. May have been Lanoon, actually. I don't know. It was one of the two. Either way, Clodsire, Black Sludge, Unaware, Water Absorb. Okay. Protect, Water Pulse, Sludge, Earth Power. 93% chance to Oko with Sludge. That's fine. We're basically just going to hit this thing for baby damage with Absorb or Mega Drain. I'm just going to go for the Absorb, honestly. With full health, right? I mean, just in case it had a weird stat on entry that I forgot about, basically. That's absolutely okay, though. From here, Espeon comes in, Espeon Psyshocks, Espeon murders. I think. Is pretty much how the rest of this goes. I think Espeon just destroys everything now. Clodsire, I would be amazed if you live. I'm not even checking just because this is the move that I'm gonna click regardless. Even if it doesn't KO, it's still gonna be the damage that I desire. Yeah, okay, good. And now, is a Choice Scarf Espeon gonna be enough to deal with Masquerain? Do you get Swift Swim? Something's gonna get Swift Swim. Oh, Majestic Moth. Well, that also is a problem. Intimidate's fine. I'm glad that's on the Espeon, honestly. You have 111 speed. I have 126. It does have Quiver Dance. As a note, it does have Quiver Dance. Swellow still has a Sash. So, we're fine. We should be fine. I think we are good. 69 damage. Nice. I think that's twice today. Very nice. Bug Buzz takes us out. Swellow can Revenge Kill. We are A-okay. Swellow probably outspeeds, even without Tailwind or anything. Well, I guess Tailwind on entry. We're fine. We're fine. Look at this. We're breezing through this game. Did people say this game was hard? Okay, that's me setting up for immediate failure in Brawly. I'm gonna get destroyed by Brawly, okay? It's gonna be bad. I am curious what's up there, though. This is plain not right. Boss told me this would be a slick and easy job to pull. All I have to do is steal some package from Devon. You want it back that badly? Take it. No, I wanna go uppies. I wanna go up there. Hi, Mr. Bryony. Please do not walk me out of here. I want to go up there, okay? No, don't bring me back to the city. Don't you... I don't want to run into battles I haven't done. Who did I battle here? Pop? Yeah. Okay. And then we didn't battle the woman there. Okay, alright, yep, memory issues. I want to go up there. I don't know why, but I want to go up there. There's a new pathway. What is this? What is this? I'm adventuring. I'm going into the unknown. This is what I desire. New stuff. Where am I going? I understand that I'm going to have to run all the way back to the city anyway, but I don't care. I want to see what's up here. It's probably just battle points. A stuffed tunnel. What is this? Do I have repels? I probably have repels in my bag that they've given me at the beginning that I am completely forgetting about. But that's fine. We can check now. I haven't seen any shinies yet so far, but then again, I guess I haven't really ran into that many Pokemon. Do we have... Yeah, infinite repel. Use. You should probably just have that on in general. I don't really care about shinies for this game in particular. As they said, the rate was like 1 in 5 or something. Or maybe I'm imagining that. Pretty sure that was a thing. Is this an item? Surf spot. Interesting. Okay, so I can't do anything here for right now. But once we have Rock Smash, and we come back through here to battle Norman for the 5th gym badge, hopefully that will serve as my reminder that there's a surf spot back there. Because I am interested in that. Okay. There is still a few more trainers that we could go ahead and fight on this area right here. But for now, let's just go ahead and wrap things up over here. You get 2 Dream Balls. Oh, so we can get hidden abilities? Okay, that's kind of cool. You work with the Unova region to develop these modified Dream Balls. Any Pokemon captured in one will receive its hidden ability. Do we not have hidden abilities by default? We have 3 abilities by default. I feel like we probably already have that. I don't know for sure though. Could be worth testing. Could be. I don't know if there's any hidden abilities that I would really know with all the changes. I wouldn't know if things have a cool hidden ability or not, so I mean, I'm probably not going to use them. Our president would like to have a word with you. Please come with me. Okay. Okay. I'm Mr. Stone, the president of the Devon Corporation. I just got word about you. You saved us. Wow. Go do stuff. Can do, sir. All right, I will go do stuff. Have this Pokénav. Cool. I will never use this. That's just how I would actually respond to them in the moment. Oh, and a heal, which doesn't really matter, but thanks. Oh, and I'm booted out. Okay. I've been developing an added feature for the Pokénav. Turned out great. I see that Pokénav. Yep, for the match call. Please tell me I don't have to actually do the match call. You tell Roxanne about your new gadget. Oh. Interesting. Added Mr. Stone's number. Feel free to call him. Have fun with Pokénav. Thank God I don't have to do the thing. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, we're both saying, oh, hello. Okay, I'm being polite today. Oh, hello, Bonk. I see you've got a Pokénav. Did you know about its Pokécall function? Let me explain. You can register Pokemon as well as people. I can call Pokemon? Yo, Pupitar, how you doing? Like, what? When you're out in the field, you'll be able to call registered Pokemon to help you get through obstacles. Oh, like a Pokemon Ranger thing. Okay, I like that. Like the small trees in Palberg Woods, here I'll register my Anorith for you. Oh. Use it in the same way you'd use Cut. One more thing, I'd rather not think that I can't beat you. I promise I will shape up my gym so that you may challenge us again. I hope you'll be looking forward to that occasion as much as me. Uh-oh. Good luck in your next gym battle, Bonk. Goodbye for now. I hope they don't just have it so that it has, like, the trainer's thing in by default, and that's, like, the only thing that they've changed. I hope that there's a little bit more to it than that. Because if it's just I go in there and it's the same thing, but there's Stealth Rocks, because I battled the one trainer that did Stealth Rocks, that would be a little bit underwhelming, because my plan is to do the gyms with some of the modifiers still enabled, honestly. I'm kind of curious about how tough the fights can be with the modifiers still on. So I'm going to do that for the first attempt on each of the gym leaders for sure. But next time, we'll start making our way towards Brawly. I know I've skipped a couple of trainers up the top there, but I might keep it that way just so we can keep things going at a decent pace. We'll see. We'll see. I do also like the idea of fighting the trainers because they might have cool teams. So I'm still deciding. I will decide next episode, basically. I will think on the moment. For now, though, if you guys have enjoyed this episode, leave a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and without further ado, bye.